It's about 9 a.m. right now, and this is when I start working. I've had my morning routine, my breakfast, and also a call to my family. I feel like that literally boosts my mornings, a much needed one. My workload varies depending on the day, depending on the tasks or the projects that I'm a part of. As most of you already must be knowing, I work as a business analyst consultant, and my role is very versatile. Sometimes I create visual models, other times I act as a bridge between my business partners and developers. Sometimes I'm constantly thinking, presenting my ideas, or sometimes I am analyzing requirements. I honestly love my job and love what I do. I really like the fact that, every single task that I do is actually creating a huge impact, and that is something that I absolutely love about my job. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get back to work and I'm gonna take you through my day. Alright, so I usually start my day by checking my emails, and while I do that, I'm also constantly making to-do lists. I swear by creating to-do lists, that's one trick that helps me stay productive and also accountable to myself. At 10 a.m., we have a scrum call of a project that I'm a part of. We make sure everybody is on the same page, where we are for this project, what stage are we at, and all the members involved usually give updates. Then at 10:30, I have another status team meeting where all my team members who are a part of various projects meet, and we discuss what each one of us is doing and if we need help with anything or if we want to highlight anything. This is usually once in a week thing. Then I have another call from 11 to 12. It's slightly confidential, but let me explain you in the best possible way. It's basically a committee meeting which tracks if there are, any deviations to technology standards. The meeting ended a little before its time, so I finally got started on my tasks. So if you watched my previous videos, I've mentioned about me being a part of a project where we're developing an internal application and how I'm responsible for writing user stories for some screens. This application also deals with reports, so I'm currently figuring out how these reports get the data. So I'm currently using SSMS to get SQL queries related to these reports. So on an everyday basis, I use Azure DevOps, which is basically where I write my user stories. I also use Confluence to create mockups and wireframes, and I also use SSMS, which is basically SQL Server Management Studio. Alright guys, I finally decided to break for lunch. That task that I was working on was quite exhausting, so I deserve a break. For lunch, it's usually rice and some curry, Indian curry most of the times. Okay, so like I was saying, it's usually Indian food for lunch. I have rice and paneer bhurji that I'm gonna have for lunch, so let's go. I had to cut my break short because the BA team had a call with the business partners. So before that, let me tell you the agenda of the call. Every week we have a backlog grooming session where a few user stories are picked up, and the BA responsible gives an overview of what has to be developed. If the developer has any questions, they ask and clarify. If there are some questions that need business's attention, we take it back and discuss it during these calls that we have with the business, and that is exactly what today's call is all about. Then after the call, I went ahead and got some more work done, and then I decided I needed a beverage and maybe a mini walk too. So there's a Tim Hortons which is just 5 minutes away from my house, so I'm just gonna go there and get myself something to drink. Then I got home and got some more work done. So there was this dashboard that I wanted to create to track a project. I was researching about it a little, and I wanted to try it using Power BI. So I downloaded Power BI and played around a little and created a couple of dashboards as well. The thing with work from home as opposed to that of working from office is that we tend to overwork sometimes. Like currently the time is 5:45 and I just logged out and closed my laptop. As much as 9 to 5 is important to me, 5 to 9 is also equally important. I make sure I do things that add value to my life and make me genuinely happy. Mostly I either work out or cook. I find cooking very therapeutic. It's like a stress buster for me. Sometimes I also research and learn about new things, and sometimes I go and explore new grocery stores. That is something I genuinely enjoy. So, yeah, it's very rare that I spend all evening watching something. I don't know, I just cannot do that. I take my 5 to 9 very seriously, and I also believe, this is the time that I'm investing in myself. This is when I edit and plan and brainstorm my video ideas. And once I'm done with all this stuff, I usually have dinner, do my skincare routine, talk to my family, and go to bed.